Scientists and former political leaders say the UN climate talks are no longer fit for purpose and need urgent overhaul. They want countries hosting future COP talks to be committed to phasing out fossil fuels and for summits to be smaller and more frequent. This follows remarks from the Azerbaijani president, who told world leaders gathered in his country for COP29 that natural gas was a gift from God. An official also appeared to try to arrange a meeting to discuss fossil fuel deals. Well, let's speak to our climate editor, Justin Rodat, who is at the summit in Baku. Justin, hello to you. It's not what the headlines that the United Nations would want as these climate talks carry on.
No, certainly not, and it's coming from really senior UN figures. So Ban Ki-moon, former Secretary General, former Chief of the UN for a long period of time. Christiana Figueres was oversaw the Paris Agreement, the kind of landmark agreement achieved in Paris in 2015 when she was head of the UN climate process. And then, of course, we got Mary Robinson, who was President of Ireland. So these are really senior people. There's scientists and lots of other luminaries among them who are upset, as you say, by Azerbaijan's conduct at these talks, that reference to fossil fuels being a gift from God, which is an unusual way to open a conference designed to get the world to kind of tackle the climate issue. And that story that I did about the chief executive of COP29. And yeah, they're saying they need these big reforms. And I think when you look at the reforms, smaller conferences happening more often, more focused on delivery, countries that are committed to reducing fossil fuels hosting them, they all sound very sensible. Countries held to account for the promises they make. They all sound really sensible until you remember that this is designed to be a multilateral process, drawing in every nation on Earth, drawing in nations of all sorts of different opinions on fossil fuels, all sorts of different positions, if you like, in the economy, producers, consumers, everybody is drawn in here. And the idea is that even if you're skeptical, you're part of the process and you're drawn in, you begin to discuss the issue and begin hopefully to recognize this is a huge global challenge. It's going to affect every country in the world. We all need to be part of the solution. So that's the hope, and some of the things that they're talking about appear to run a bit contrary to that idea of a big open forum where everyone comes in, whatever their views. So I think that has caused a little bit of upset it's caused quite a bit of upset in the UN here, and I think the indicator of how they feel is the words that Simon Steele, the current head of the UN climate process, used when he opened this conference. He said, yeah, there are problems, not happening fast enough, we need to be more focused on delivery, but COP is working. And he said, look, the forecasts were temperatures would rise by 5 degrees Celsius. They're now going to rise by 3 degrees Celsius. That's still a catastrophic level of warming, but he would say there is progress. Not fast enough, but there is progress. So Justin, big debate about the role of COP in the future.